How safe are our political leaders, really? In a world where we often view our politicians as untouchable, the unthinkable has happened. Lee Jae-myung, the leader of South Korea's Liberal Opposition Party, faced a horrifying ordeal during a public visit in Busan. He was stabbed in the neck, not by a bitter rival, but rather a man who posed as a supporter. This was not a random act of violence, but a calculated assault. A 7-inch knife was the weapon of choice, bought online and used with terrifying precision. Lee was rushed to the hospital, his life hanging in the balance. The attacker, his false pretenses discarded, was arrested on the spot. This shocking incident serves as a chilling reminder that political leaders, despite their power and influence, are not immune to violent attacks. In the aftermath of the attack, the nation holds its breath. The shocking incident unfolded rapidly, with Lee Jae-myung being urgently airlifted to the hospital. Doctors immediately confronted the severity of his wound, launching into a grueling 2-hour operation. It was a delicate procedure, particularly because the attack had damaged his jugular vein, a critical blood vessel in the neck. But the medical team, armed with skill and determination, fought to keep him alive. Emerging from the operation, the news was cautiously optimistic. Despite the severity of his injury, Lee's condition was not life-threatening. A sigh of relief, a glimmer of hope, but the road to recovery was just beginning. Now, he lies in the intensive care unit, his life saved, but his future uncertain. In the wake of this violent incident, President Yoon Suk-yeol responded with the sternness and gravity the situation demanded. He publicly condemned the attack, expressing his deep concern for Lee's safety. The president's response was not just a political stance, but a reflection of the shock and concern shared by many across the country. As Lee recovers in the ICU, the nation grapples with the repercussions of this unprecedented attack. This incident doesn't occur in a vacuum. It's part of a larger narrative. Intricate threads of politics, power, and scandal are woven into the backdrop of this shocking attack. Lee Jae-myung, leader of South Korea's Liberal Opposition Party, is not just a political figure, but a man embroiled in a fierce combat of his own. He faces a gauntlet of corruption allegations, accusations that he vehemently denies. It's a battle that casts a long shadow over his political career, challenging his credibility and testing his resilience. Yet, this is not the only challenge that South Korea grapples with. A recent breach of their airspace by North Korean drones has stirred the cauldron of security concerns. An embarrassing incident that highlighted the vulnerabilities of South Korea's air defense network and a stark reminder of the persistent threat posed by their unpredictable northern neighbor. In the wake of this incursion, South Korea's president, Yoon Suk-yeol, vowed to bolster the nation's defenses. Plans for high-tech stealth drones were announced, a move signaling a firm commitment to safeguarding South Korea's sovereignty against future threats. This is a crucial step in a time when North Korea's missile tests and drone program have been escalating tensions on the Korean peninsula. These events paint a picture of a nation at a crossroads, dealing with internal strife and external threats. What does this mean for the future of South Korean politics? This stabbing incident, involving opposition leader Lee Jae-myung, could have far-reaching implications. It's a stark reminder of the inherent dangers that public figures face, and could lead to an increase in security measures for political leaders. This, in turn, might alter the dynamic between politicians and the public, potentially creating a more distant relationship. Moreover, the attack might impact public opinion. The public's sympathy towards Lee could increase, especially if he makes a swift recovery and returns to his political activities with renewed vigor. On the other hand, the incident might also polarize opinions further, depending on how it is spun by various parties and the media. This event could even influence the political landscape. If Lee's party manages to rally around this incident, they could potentially gain public support. However, it could also provide ammunition for their opponents, who might argue that the attack is a result of Lee's controversial politics. The attack on Lee Jae-myung is a chilling reminder of the volatility of the political sphere, and its potential impact on South Korean politics should not be underestimated. Only time will tell how this shocking incident will shape the political future of South Korea.